Beyond the Bait. This is a segment where we take popular headlines or just conversations that are going on in pop culture and we go a little bit deeper. Because, you know, sometimes they be trying to like get us with the clickbait and make us have emotional responses without really getting into the meat of the conversation. So let's get into the vegan meat.
The chickpeas.
Let's get into the chickpea of the conversation.
The mushroom.
The lentils.
Lion's mane.
Okay, you win.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna start off with well, actually both of these are Omarion, but he was talking on Sherrie Shepherd about ethical non-monogamy.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a few good men. It's only a few good men.
Right.
You know, and whether or not it's a physical thing, you know, we end up fostering the next generation as well. So why not have our queens align with that? This concept isn't really foreign. It's just a little old. I think that women don't really understand a man. Certain women do, but there's a larger conversation that has to be had about understanding men and how, you know, we're meant to spread our seed.
Well, I want to say this.
I'm just curious your perspective as a man, since the allegation is that most women don't understand men. What do you feel about what he said?
I think that of men and women that we don't understand each other as deeply as we should, and that there have to be a lot more open and honest conversations about the origins of our desires, our traumas, and everything to really come with a renewed perspective on why we do things and what decisions and choices that we're making around our relationships and our family structures. And I think that we have to heal those things before we even start to have a conversation about monogamy, or else we're just going to keep approaching non-monogamy in the same ways from an unhealed perspective.
I really appreciate you saying that, because for me, first of all, I agree 100% that women and men, we've been sort of programmed and conditioned to not understand one another. And that's really the theme of this episode is about the programming from music and pop culture, which we'll get more into later once we get into the mushroom of it. But yeah, I think that you're very right. When we're not healed and we don't do the work of having understanding of yourself, like you said, what drives your desires, the why of things, and then also having more understanding of each other, using ethical non-monogamy as this fix-all situation, like this is supposed to cure the problem with that divide.
He didn't say that, though.
Well, I'm saying from your perspective of saying that in order to even get into the conversation of ethical non-monogamy, you have to heal yourself first. It can't just be this fix-all solution if your approach to it isn't coming from one of complete understanding and a healed mindset. Because when I think about a man, and you know, even we had our son read that book. I can't remember the name of it, but you had our son read this book about masculinity and how the narrative has tend to be like, oh, you know, the difference between a man and the male species are two different things. So when you think of male, apparently, according to this book, he was saying like that's that instinctual urge to please yourself, whether that's through sex or food or anything, that whole like primal instinct of the male to take what they want. That is not to be confused with what it is to be a man, because from this author's perspective, when you're a man, that means that you have the discipline in order to not just move with your desires, you move with intention, and you move with a level of discipline that allows you to make decisions that aren't just rooted in your desire. That's root chakra.
Yeah, but more importantly, moving with vision is the part about it, is that if you don't have a goal or a plan in line that goes beyond yourself, then you don't have vision. You don't have something that you can work towards to look through your life and your decisions through that lens to say that will this serve or take away, or you know, add value to or take away from what I'm trying to accomplish in my life, or does it help me get closer to that goal or to that vision or purpose?